Hi everybody, happy Cyber Monday Eve. Sorry for the informal intro here. I wanted to get this video out because there's only one day left of this sale and I wanted you to have the information. MeePlus was kind enough to send me one of their gorgeous leather journals. They are a plotter competitor and I own two plotters. Well, one I gave to my husband in this exact size that MeePlus sent me. Sorry, I am a mess right now. I've just been so impressed with their product. I wanted to share with you how I'm using their personal size, which is the equivalent of the Bible size in Plotter, as a little wellness journal. So I'm going to walk you through my journal, let you know what all of the benefits are to MeePlus. The main benefit, in my opinion, is the huge personalization options, and I will walk you through everything. I will leave a link below to their website. They are having a promotion for Black Friday, which continues through tomorrow, December 1st, and then I believe that's the last day. They have a gorgeous new purple Pueblo leather cover for the winter, and I'm obsessed with it. In addition to that, they're also offering free inserts. I think it's one free insert with every $50 that you spend. And if you use my link below, you'll also get $10 off your purchase. I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion. This is not sponsored, but I am really loving this modular system. I'm gonna turn the camera around. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and I hope you enjoy this video. All right, so here is my personal size MeePlus. I will compare it to my Pueblo A5 size from Plotter. I also bought for my husband, before I found MeePlus, a Bible size plotter. So we're gonna kind of compare side by side in a little while. I just want to show you how personalized this can be. If you've been following me for a little while, you've kind of seen the evolution of how I went from heavy planning notebooks to way more open-ended journal, undated, modular systems. This is just a system that works really well for me. I want to write all the time. I love to journal. I love to get my thoughts out on paper. I love to doodle more than anything probably and use my pen and ink combinations. No paper surface is safe. This is an idea that I started in my weeks. I am a self-proclaimed weeks failure, and this system works for so many people. I do think it's really important to figure out what works for you. This was October of 2023. I was doing Noom at the time. I was trying to track my steps. Over here on the left, I was doing gratitude journaling. Over here, it looks like I was talking about pens, which is so me. Like I really have a hard time focusing sometimes. More gratitude, and it looks like I was tracking my steps over here. It just got very sparse, as you can see. And over here, I'm not even tracking anything. This week, I completely missed. And I just found this to be very discouraging. If this doesn't bother you, then fantastic. But I really disliked being so sporadic in here. And this is where this system just works so well for me. I can update it as often as I need, and it just really works. This kind of lives in my gym bag, but I found that recently I've been grabbing it just to kind of journal my thoughts. So even if I'm not at the gym, I like to kind of track where I'm at with wellness. I tried to personalize it a little bit. This was a watercolor painting that I did one day with my mom. So I have kind of nice memories of just sitting around the dining room table at my mother's doing some painting with her. So I just cut it down and I glued it on the top of this. One of the things I absolutely love about MeePlus over Plotter is that their personalization is next level. I pulled up some things on my computer. Okay, so this Plotter Pueblo 6-ring leather binder, Bible size, is $182, and it comes as is. There's no personalization with this. So all the inserts you'll see in here were purchased separately, but just the leather outside part is $182. So I love the pretty gold spine here. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe there used to be a time where the rings would match the spine. And for somebody like me, aesthetics always matter. Probably too much sometimes, but I am annoyed by the fact that the rings are silver tone and my spine is gold. That is something that you can get at MeePlus. Another thing that I love about the MeePlus notebooks, and I'm doing this in my next notebook, is these rings are fantastic. They are designed to be small so that we don't overcrowd our notebook. The whole idea of the system is you're only going to keep in here what's really serving you at the moment. You can't really chunk out these notebooks because the rings are small by nature. But MeePlus recognized that there might be a time where you want a little bit more room. So you can get the 11 millimeter rings, or you can upgrade to the 16 millimeter rings. The base price for the slim pad in the personal size from MeePlus is $139 if we're comparing apples to apples. The mini starts at $99, the pocket is $109, the narrow is $139, the personal is $139, and the A5 is $199. So those are your base prices for the MeePlus, and then you can personalize it. So if you just want it as is, this is $182, this is $139. So immediately you're saving over $40 if you just want it off the shelf. Then you have the option to personalize. So in this particular one, all I did was get the rings in gold, but I got them in the same standard size. So if you wanted to switch to gold rings, it's a $20 upcharge. It's still coming in at $159, still $23 less, and you're getting the matching rings. They have a Slim Pad Pueblo purple that is limited edition for the winter. I added everything that I wanted to that notebook, which was to get the 16-inch rings instead of the 11. And then I also did the gold to match the gold spine. When I put together like my dream combination for my purple Pueblo in the personal size, the gold spine, the real gold plated spine, added $10. The gold rings added $20. There was no extra charge for the larger ring size. That was not an upcharge. I also added some accessories. And when I made like my dream notebook, it came to $182 in my cart, which is exactly what you get for just the plain plotter with no personalization. So the fact that you can customize it so much is such a pro for me, because we all plan very differently and different things matter to us. If you can save money in one aspect and maybe splurge in another, it just personalizes the experience. When they gifted this one to me, they added my initials here as an option, and something they're doing now is they're doing engraving on the spine. So they just continue to make it a more personal experience, and I love that. So now let's get into how I'm using this for my wellness journey. They sent me these really fun inserts. So this was a year at a glance. And when I started going to the gym, it was late October. So I didn't need the whole year. So I actually just put some washi tape here and cut off the part of the year that I wasn't using. I was using this in September, but I wasn't using this for wellness or gym tracking. So this was our trip to Italy, and I put it in this little virtual calendar. But now that's over. It's not serving me. It's out of the notebook. And I love that about rings. You can just personalize it. Now I have it all set up for December and January, because I like to track the days that I'm at the gym. I have these little stickers from Helen at Coffee Monsters Co. when I used to ride my Peloton here at home. So I'm just using those for days that I do special workouts at the gym. But once 2026 is here, I will get rid of this and replace it with something cute for the new year. And then I have my tracking system here. Our gym is having a challenge. It's like a 20-day challenge at the gym that my husband and I are considering doing. And I just think this is a fun month at a glance. There are so many different options. They have this look where you can pull the calendar out. And when I was doing my order, I wanted everything undated. One of the other decisions that I made for this notebook specifically was that I wanted it to be horizontal. Sometimes with rings, I don't like the feeling of the ring here when I'm trying to write, although it's not as much of an issue with this style notebook because the rings are so much smaller. But I wanted a notebook or a journal that I could use in horizontal mode. So I tried this, and I realized that this is a good tracking, like a habit tracker down here would be great for the gym, but it didn't fit into the horizontal style that I wanted. So I decided to go with this month at a glance. This is a great to-do list. And then it also gives you a month at a glance. And that is something that I might give to my husband. He can use it in his plotter, and you can interchange the inserts. So if you have a plotter already and you're considering a MeePlus, you can use your inserts, no problem. And I also picked up this little Agenda 52 hole punch, so I can create my own pages. And if you look right here, you can adjust it to the size that you want. I love to pick up postcards when I travel. Sometimes like I'll get cute little note cards, and I can make my own dashboards and put them in here using this. And I don't even have to order inserts if I don't want to. It just depends on how creative you want to be. I love that this is a horizontal layout for me. So for a while I was tracking what I was eating in here. It wasn't anything that I was really being consistent with, but I wanted to leave it in here to show you how I adapted. So these are daily inserts, and it just says date here and date here, and it's basically for 2 days for you. I just flipped it and I did my date right to the left of where it was noted in the insert. And then I was doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was trying to track my calories. And then I was also like walked after dinner, coconut water. I am on medication for weight loss, and this was my dose when I took it. Over here, again, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, total calories. So I was doing this for a little while, and this was all before I went to the gym. I kept this in here because I wanted to show you one of the potential layouts that you could do, and this was very practical. It's not very aesthetic. I was tracking my weight here. So it was helpful information for me at the time, but I think I'm ready to archive these pages now that I've really enjoyed doing the horizontal layout. I know that that works for me. And here's the beauty. I just get to take these pages out and create more room in my notebook, and then I'm ready to go. Now I already did a cute little insert for 2026 here. That I'm ready to use. Like this to me is just so exciting. I don't have to buy a new planner. I don't have to be upset that I skipped a week or that it doesn't look aesthetic. I can recreate this whole thing to start for 2026, and I love that. These were just some little like scrapbook paper that I had, and I was recycling one of these pages here. These are more of the horizontal inserts, and it says Mini Joy as the brand here, and there's some other paper in here that is so good. And I think, I love that they do the branding here. All of the inserts have been really super fountain pen friendly. These are so thin. These pages are so thin, and I love them. I've just been doing it on the one side, although I could absolutely write on the back side. You're not seeing any bleed through here. This has been what I've been journaling at the gym after a workout. My new gym life has brought me so much happiness. This step towards more self-care is probably the best decision I've made for myself in years. This journal will help me to track progress and serve as a little reward for me to enjoy. So what I've kind of settled into in this notebook is doing it in kind of like a Dear Diary thing. I found that this tracking was okay, but it wasn't like, I don't know, I can do this sort of thing on my phone. And I found that I'm just enjoying kind of the more journal style, which doesn't surprise me. And so this was another day, and I just did a line down the middle just to divide it. But you can set it up however you want. So that is the format of the journaling that has been really working for me. And another thing that I recently added was just some motivational stuff. So now this is vertical, but they had sent me this really fun insert, which is totally open-ended, so you can do whatever you want with it. I love how many insert options you have. They did a Black Friday promotion where every $50 you spend, you get a free insert. If you were to get something, say like this, and personalize it, and it was $182, you would get 3 free inserts, which I think is fantastic. I will definitely leave my link below. It's just kind of a refer a friend link. This isn't sponsored or anything, but they did gift this to me, and they have been so wonderful to talk to. I believe you'll get $10 off your first purchase, plus the promotional stuff that's going on. So thank you so much if you decide to use my link. I just went and found some quotes that I liked. One workout away from a good mood. Be stronger than your stronger excuse. Do what you love. If it doesn't challenge you, then it doesn't change you. I liked those quotes. And then over here, these were little notes to myself to help me get to the gym. If I'm feeling a little sluggish, they're good reminders just get dressed and go. Think of the hydro massage at the end of your workout. It's one of my favorite things. You can do these 10-minute intervals at a hydro massage. And I usually bring like my coconut water over. They have a little table next to it. I absolutely love it and I feel great. Even if you only walk to and from the gym, you'll walk over 3,500 steps. I clocked this. We live in the city and our gym is in Boston and we walk to the gym. So I always tell myself, even if you don't even work out on a machine or step on a treadmill or lift a weight, just walking to the gym and walking home is 3,500 steps. There was one day last week when I had hurt my back and I had planned to go to the gym with my daughter. I literally just said, let's go and I'm going to journal. And I went to the gym with her. I answered some emails. That's what I did. And I still got 35 steps in and I actually loosened my back and I felt better by the time I got home. I had done a pretty heavy chest and back workout with my husband a couple days prior and I slept wrong and it was just a bad combo. The other thing is get a latte after your workout. So I found this little page to be motivating, and as I sit there, sometimes when I journal at the gym after my workout, I just think of little motivational things to put in here. I decided to use this insert as a meals in a hurry. So instead of doing what I plan to cook every single day, I'm trying to think of things that I can just look at and apply, whether I'm home here in the suburbs or if I'm in the city. I have this chicken sausage recipe that's so simple. Like you just get like the regular alfresco chicken sausage. They're already pre-cooked. I slice them really thin and I saute them with vegetables, and I made some roasted potatoes, and it's so easy. And down here on Sundays, I call it my Boston soup day because we like to go to the gym on Sundays. There's this beautiful market called Italy. We will walk through and get some beautiful ingredients to make soup. And I don't know why I have 2 sausage recipes here. I don't even eat all that much sausage, but that's funny. I did do the soup and I did a little reel on it. I like to make a soup on Sunday and then we can have it throughout the week. So as I think of different recipes, I can just fill them in on my planner. So I do have some inserts here at the back. I also find that if I am going to do a vertical layout, I like for it to be going on the right side. That way I'm not writing towards the rings, I'm writing away from the rings. So that's been a system for me that works. If I am going to have a vertical layout, I like it to be on this side because I will write away from the rings. You'll notice that I don't have a lot of trackers in here. So this is not a heavy lift. I really approached this notebook the way I approached my reading journal, which was very few rules. It's just, I'm going to write in here what makes me feel good, when it makes me feel good. I am not a huge tracker. I've learned this about myself. Some people may find it super motivating. Sometimes it just stresses me out a little bit, but I do like to see things on paper. And for me, I like the little Dear Diary entries because it just lets me know where my head is at the time. If this doesn't work for me, I just pull the pages out and I start over. I do want to add some dashboards in here to just separate things, but I'm really loving the horizontal planning. And I just love the fact that I can customize this so much. And MeePlus really does it better than anybody that I have come across. And I also love the small rings because for somebody like me, I have a lot of clutter in my life, and this forces me to get rid of some of the clutter, which I love. So before I wrap up this video, I just want to show you some of the other inserts that they sent me in case you want to journal a little bit differently. This is a really nice one because it's a to-do list, and then it gives you the month at a glance, and it has some space down here at the bottom, and it's undated. So I can save this for a rainy day. If there's something that I decide I do want to track, I can put this in there. These are the mini joy inserts in the grid, which are really nice. Oh, and they have a lot of these fold-out systems. Like this is the monthly glance this way with a habit tracker at the bottom. I love that this moves from the left to the right. So this would definitely fit into that category of working away from the ring. So this could work for me. I could have one tabbed section in my notebook that is just for vertical planning. That could be a cool thing. This almost comes like on a spineless notebook that you can just like peel off and the pages are so thin. I really love this Crenna paper, and this is just a little dot grid. You can also see the difference. I don't know if you can see because it's so dark in my room. I have to rely on my light here, but this paper is cream. The Crenna paper is white. You know, you can get as specific as you'd like when you're doing your orders. You can see the difference here. These are the Mini Joy pages, and then the white. I love all the options here. And I definitely geared this more towards horizontal planning, but they were so kind to send these out. So these little inserts, which is where I did my inspirational quotes, these are so much fun. They're colorful. You can do these however you want. You can do them on horizontal. You can do them vertically. You can do whatever you want with these. I love how open-ended these inserts are. They've just done such a great job. Oh, these were the daily inserts that I showed you in the beginning that I was doing my food log. And again, I just turned them this way, and it was a very easy modification to make it a horizontal layout, but you can do it both ways, and they are printed on both sides here. I think I might have ripped this one apart. Oh, this was the year at a glance, which I thought was really cool because it was horizontal. So if I show you, like I said, I started this a little later in the year, so I just took some of the pages off. And I love this too. Anytime I could just open a notebook and be inspired by artwork, whether it's mine or somebody else's or a quote that's beautiful. I just love how this makes me feel when I open it. I loved this, so I will definitely get this for the new year because it is a horizontal spread. They probably have it vertically too, and it's just simple. It shows you the year at a glance, and then this is just great for annual planning. I probably won't do any tracking in here, but I would probably, with the 2026 trips we're going on, major life events, my son's college graduation, stuff like that, that I can record and just have at a glance. That is it for a little walk through my MeePlus personal sized journal. Plotter was my first love, but when I saw all the personalization I could do with this, I had to lean into it. They have a lot of different leather finishes. They have the Pueblo, they have the waxed Pueblo, which almost looks like a whitewash over it. They have all sorts of inserts. Oh, another thing that I love is this wide pen insert that I can fit like a nice fountain pen in there. If most people have a TWSBI, you can fit a TWSBI in here, no problem. This is a knockoff TWSBI from Amazon, but you can really fit a lot of fountain pens in here, which also was important to me. This is the Butero insert. So I should say that this is $10 more expensive than the Pueblo that I quoted in the beginning. I'm sorry about that. I'm just seeing this right now. So the Butero is slightly more expensive, but I was actually comparing it to the price of the Pueblo in the plotter. The Butero's a little bit more, but again, more personalization that you can do, more options, the leather finish that you like. Let me know if you've tried MeePlus in the comments below, what you think of them, how you like modular planning, any ideas you have for a wellness insert. I would love to hear them, what works for you and all that fun stuff. Again, I will leave a link below. Hopefully you can take advantage of some of the promotions they have going on this weekend. And thank you to MeePlus for sending me this beautiful, beautiful notebook. I am so excited for 2026. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more from me. I'll be doing a lot with my journal lineups in the near future and favorites of the year. And I will see you soon. Bye.